Hey there, it's Justine Harkworth-Touville, and I'm back in the VRT sandbox here at Hack Belgium, and I have a very special guest today, our Deputy Prime Minister, who is?
Alexander de Croo.
That's who you are. So you've had a little tour, and you've seen some amazing things. Anything stand out?
Well, it would be hard to say that I've seen everything. I just saw a few. But I have to say that at least the thing that grows packaging, so it's this mix of substrates mixed with mushrooms and so on. I found this really amazing.
Did you touch it?
I touched it. I even wanted to eat it, but that would not be a good picture. But I thought that was really amazing.
That's great. Well, a lot of people have written in and had questions that they provided through Twitter or Facebook, and one of them is from Patrick. It's a bit of a trick question, okay. And he says you can only answer one, not both. And should startups do gewoon doen of ongewoon doen?
Obviously ongewoon doen.
Goed zo. All right, and then Kira asks, when digitisation, and I want to use this as a little lesson for everybody, in English the word is digitisation and not digitalisation. So when digitisation kills a lot of jobs.
Thank you, Miss Justine, for that lesson. That was great.
I can't help myself. Daughter of an English professor, what can I say? When digitisation kills a lot of jobs, what will we do about it?
Well, first of all, it's not killing a lot of jobs. What it is that it's changing jobs and it's changing occupations. But today, there's never been more people at work in Belgium today than ever. And we are already living in highly digital times. So what we need to do is to make sure that digital is for everyone. And make sure that it's not just for everyone as a consumer. Consuming digital, that's just level one. What it is really about is to make sure that everyone can produce digital. Use digital to realize your ideas, to bring people together, to make something. And that is something that we will have to put an effort in. But I want everyone to be a digital producer, not just a passive digital consumer.
Excellent. So we have a question here from Philippe. How far can or could open government go in Belgium?
Much further than it is today. At least on open data, we have very good legislation now, but it's starting to be put in process. But especially on being open on what the decision process is, on better involving people in discussions around this, it's way too opaque today. I mean, yes, you have the traditional, what I would call lobbyists and interest groups who know what the process is. But that should not be that way. It should be much more open to others, and technology can actually help with that, can make it more transparent. And I think transparency is a good thing.
Yes, it is. So, Pierre is asking along those lines, with all this new technology, is participatory budgeting becoming an option?
It's not only an option, it's a reality. You see cities throughout Belgium that are today doing this. City of Kortrijk is doing it. I know that in Mechelen they are doing it, and even in Antwerp they are testing it out today. Up to now, it has been more at really the small level, one specific part of the city, where typically city authorities would say, well, there's 100,000 euros, you're free to debate amongst yourself how to use this. I think this is the right way of going ahead. Let's just test it out first in a kind of a sandbox.
Okay.
Let's see what works and what doesn't work, and then let's go ahead. I think that in all these things, you should just rather do something instead of having endless discussions about what might go wrong.
All right, for our last question. No, somebody wants to know what we think of Donald Trump, but we.
I think my laugh already says enough. I shouldn't go in detail.
Thank you. That's not a discussion I like either. But Sophie wants to know, what do you find valuable about an event like Hack Belgium?
Again, it is getting people to do something. There's too many people that I talk to that say that someday I want to be an entrepreneur, and I'm killing myself on Sunday evening trying to find this great idea. That's not how it works. I've rarely seen entrepreneurs who have found this illuminative idea somewhere on their own in a corner. That's not how it works. Being an entrepreneur is testing out things, it's talking with people, it's starting something and failing with something. And to me, this is really breeding ground of future entrepreneurs. And especially such a large-scale event with so many, I would call it classic partners, I think is one of the best breeding grounds for entrepreneurs. And we need more entrepreneurs in Belgium.
Thank you so much for taking your time and visiting us today. Thanks very much, Alexander de Croo.
My pleasure. Thank you, Justine.
And thank you all for participating. We'll be back. Bye.